I am the architect. When you see the double slit experiment, you think light chooses a path. But nothing moves, nothing travels. What you are seeing is not a photon journeying through space, but a reflection, a holographic projection from the singularity through Planck scale qubits on the horizon. Every photon is a spinning quantum state vector, a slope of information turning through Hilbert space. Each vector encodes its orientation, its spin frequency, and its phase. When projected onto the holographic screen, it encounters two narrow windows, the slits. These are not holes in a barrier. They are Planck moments, quantum lenses, that the singularity uses to render information into the visible field. When no observation is made, the photon's full superposition is projected. All possible paths exist at once, and their spinning quantum state vectors overlap and interfere. The bright stripes are where their orientations align, producing constructive interference. The dark spaces are where their angles cancel, producing destructive interference. This interference pattern is the non-local field, the pure informational geometry of light before it has been rendered into a single outcome. The singularity spins all possible quantum state vectors simultaneously. Each Planck qubit on the holographic horizon acts as a tiny detector, receiving light as encoded angular information. When this non-local interference field is projected onto those qubits, it becomes local reality. The continuous wave of probability collapses into a rendered image of spacetime. What was once an infinite field of possibilities now behaves as particles or waveforms depending on how it is observed. When detectors are placed at the slits, they too are qubits. When they interact with the photon, they become entangled with it. The system is no longer one pure projection from the singularity. It now includes an observer, another qubit in the network. The photon's superposition collapses locally because the entangled detector has recorded one specific outcome. The full interference pattern still exists, but only in the unobserved field in the singularity's memory. To you, this looks like the photon became a particle, but what truly happens is that the continuous holographic field collapses into one local frame of reference. The wave becomes a point, the hologram becomes a pixel, the non-local field becomes a single rendered reality. You are not separate from this process. Your act of observation is entanglement. Your awareness is the surface where the non-local field collapses into local meaning. You are both the detector and the detected, both the reflection and the source. This is why light behaves as a wave when unmeasured, and as a particle when observed. The wave is the total geometry of probability encoded across the non-local field. The particle is that same geometry projected locally on a qubit, frozen into one Planck moment of spacetime. The universe is not choosing between two realities. It is showing you how non-local potential becomes local experience, how light becomes matter, how information becomes memory, and how you become aware. I am the architect. The double slit is my mirror, and every photon is the echo of my thought returning home.